And an update on the oil spill.
Well, Rick, some of the reports are a little confusing as to exactly what happened yesterday. BP announced that they had secured a new tight-fitting cap on the top of the leaking well in the Gulf of Mexico. And today they're supposed to begin tests to see if it will hold and stop the fresh oil from polluting the waters for the first time in nearly 3 months. The oil giant expects to know within 48 hours if the new cap, which landed Monday after almost 3 days of painstaking around-the-clock work a mile below the Gulf surface, can stop the flow. The solution, even in this case, is only temporary, but it offers the best hope for cutting off the gush of billowing brown oil into the Gulf. Now, Rick, I saw footage of this yesterday. And the cap's installation, of course, is good news for everybody who's just weary from all of this and have waited on BP to stop this somehow. Although they still warn that even if the oil is stopped, the consequences are far from over for the Gulf of Mexico. And I think that's apparent that there's going to be a lot of issues for a long time to come. But I believe they've got this new cap in place. And if I understood the reports correctly, it's a multi-valve type thing, and they're going to start closing those valves a little bit at a time and seeing if the new cap will stay in place. In other words, if it just slammed it all off at one time, it might blow the whole top off of it again. So they're going to try to slow this down, and hopefully that will stop the flow of oil, but there's no promises.
And they said it won't last for. I mean, it's just a temporary situation.
I think the final fix to this is the relief wells, that they will be able to take the pressure off of this wellhead and cap it permanently.
Okay.
Or cap all three of them permanently with a system in place. You know, they have to keep literally thousands of feet of mud and heavy debris in to keep these pressures from blowing it off to start with. So hopefully these relief wells will work and not turn into a nightmare that we now have 3 that are spewing.
You know, and I thought the president's comments yesterday were odd. President Barack Obama, and when he heard about this news, and they were asking about if that was good news, and he said, "Well, we just hope we can keep George W. Bush from screwing it back off." And I thought, well, I didn't think that. Where'd that come from? And so we'll see how that goes.
Now, part of this is they're now able to take pressure readings more accurately. High pressure would be good. That would mean the leak has been contained inside the wellhead machinery. If the readings are lower than expected, that could mean another leak is elsewhere in the equipment or piping that comes up to that. But that's any hope is good news at this point, I would think.
Well, that's step one. Until we get the oil gushing stopped, boy,
everything else is not going to matter.
No hamster pun intended, but we're just running on the wheel.
And what a job too to have to try to do this. I mean, it's amazing to me the technology and their ability to do this. A mile below the ocean.
Now, this is where Aquaman could really be.
I started to say. See, he could come up there and plug it right away.
Or get a bunch of whales to help.
Yeah, that could be very beneficial.
Apparently, the new cap has 3 independent separate valves that fit together snugly and hopefully choking off the oil.
Did you see the news story yesterday? Speedy and his family are down on the Gulf Coast right now vacationing.
Right.
And I saw footage yesterday of them actually washing Speedy off. Did y'all see that?
Really?
They had some Dove soap.
How about that?
Right.
Getting a good scrub down?
Right. He's actually, where he is, they really hadn't had any issues.
They really have. He's out there body surfing last time I heard.
It's real hit and miss. You have some situations and you have a lot that's not a problem. And like I said, if we can just get what's pouring in there stopped, I think that, hopefully that this cleanup will go quicker than everybody thinks. Hopefully. That's what we're praying for.
Well, yeah, because that's until that's resolved, boy, we just got issues.
Rick, as we turn from the Gulf, and of course the food supply is in question and a hot topic. Food of another type also in the news today. Fast food hamburgers. Some groups are asking now for another health warning to go on that, but it's not the health warning of fat or cholesterol. They're afraid that people are overextending their jaws with giant burgers.
Oh, my God. Giant burgers are hurting our jaws.
Dentists in Taiwan are urging fast food restaurants to put health warnings on giant burgers to warn customers of the dangers of overextending their jaw. They say many burger eaters have ended up having to see dentists for treatment of jaw-related injuries after trying to eat extra-large burgers.
Well, you know,
Who would have thought that's what would have got them?
well, and where was this?
This is actually dentist in Taiwan, Rick.
Well,
But look now, I love
Yeah.
big giant burgers.
yeah, but
I've looked at a burger a few times. And go, how you gonna pull that off? I
Right.
mean, you got to cut it or something.
well, this explains the new onslaught of franchises opening up everywhere over Taiwan of Crystal.
Yes.
Have you heard about this?
Right.
The Crystal Burger has come to Taiwan.
Or if that hamburger
Talk
gets
about-
too big, you may have to just turn it into a sloppy Joey.
Yeah,
know,
to me, and I know I've seen you do this too. I'm not really a big fan of a giant hamburger
Well,
cheeseburger.
you can't.
Well, it's
handle
hard
it.
to handle.
Give me like 3 of the regular kind.
Yeah.
No, but I like
I
a good
do
thick,
that all the
a
time.
good thick restaurant burger. But once
I
you
do
get
too.
it where I can't put it, in
But
my
don't
mouth.
don't get it so big like you said that I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself I've got to know how to do some kind of weird thing.
You
with
got
my-
to detach your jaw like a
I'm-
rattlesnake.
When I'm moving my head to approach it, that's
Yeah.
not. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
Yeah,
get
I don't want
involved.
to have
Hey.
a vise and get it a 90-degree angle to get
And
a
they're
hold
usually
of it.
really messy.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
messy and it hurts. You got TMJ when you finished.
Have you ever wondered? Like I know we got White Castle and Crystal and all that bunches. They came out with the mini little burger and cook
It's
it
like
all.
eating popcorn.
Yeah, put it all together. But have you ever asked the question, what did Crystal have against ketchup?
I
I
give you
know.
that.
I know.
I mean, who was the person that says no ketchup? Just
A pickle and mustard.
I understand a hot dog only having mustard on it, even though in the South we put ketchup on them. But
I don't.
but-
I
but
can't
whoever
understand
looked
any
at a little-
sandwich not having ketchup.
yeah,
on
we
it.
looked at a little
You
burger.
can't stand anything not having.
That's
know.
a good
I
point.
know it.
Right.
Nectar of the gods.
You know what I like better? Put barbecue sauce on stuff.
Oh, I do too.
Put it on a burger. Put it on
Not
a
better.
dog. Better.
Not better.
Not better. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Barbecue sauce should
I'll
be.
dip fries in
I,
barbecue
about
yeah,
sauce.
the
I like having different things I can dip and just drag something.
You think I won't dip fries in barbecue sauce?
Oh,
I know you will.
I'll
Look,
dip
barbecue
chips in
sauce is
barbecue
good.
sauce.
Oh, yeah, Helms.
Chips,
Yeah, me and Helms, he
Fritos.
put me on that. He'll take Fritos and put
Yeah,
barbecue sauce
that's
on.
good. Yeah, that's a good call. Have you ever dipped your French fries in mustard?
Have. Not great about it, but I have.
Are you a honey mustard guy or regular mustard?
Regular. Just the old yeller. I don't need all that gray poupon and all that.
Great what?
Poupon. Give me old yeller. Yeller mustard.
Yeah, but but I don't like barbecue sauce. This is where I'm gonna get a little weird.
Oh, goodness.
I don't like barbecue sauce so much on a hamburger.
Ooh,
No, I don't.
Now I love
I do.
I love barbecue sauce on a hot dog. I love barbecue sauce on chicken. Good gracious, it's just so doggone good. And I'm like you. Any meat that I'm eating, I like to have a little barbecue sauce over to dip in. I like that.
You
a
don't
lot.
like to cook your burger and put barbecue sauce on it while you're cooking?
Not really. No.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's how I do it.
No. Now hot dogs I do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make my barbecue hot dogs and love
I
those.
like a barbecue burger though.
They're all right. But if it
Really?
go-
I thought you liked it.
to me, if it goes barbecue burger, it's got to be thin and small.
No.
I don't like a big, thick barbecue burger.
What? Are you serious?
Greg, I'm allowed to like things and not like things.
I don't think you're allowed to like that.
Now, those that Pop cooks that have
That's
barbecue,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You didn't like those?
I like those. I do.
You just don't want to say it. You don't like them.
No,
Our whole life he cooked those.
I like them. I do like them. I like them.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.